Sean, you've won the China Championship this season, so we can't say it's the greatest win you've had so far in this current campaign. But bearing in mind where we are and who you beat, that is one of your best wins so far this season, surely.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Sometimes the way I play, Rob, they're all really good. But I was really pleased with the way I performed. It vindicated my hard work over the festive period. As I say, I only had the one day off as Christmas Day. I practiced every other single day. Didn't go to a lot of these family things that we had planned. I went to the club instead, grafting on my game, working hard on my game. And that performance there has really, vindicated that. And I hope it leads to better things, as the year goes on.
One of the reasons you are amongst that elite group to have done the Triple Crown is that you do thrive in these big pressure environments. And those occasions today are probably why you first picked up a cue. Packed house, the best of the best, two guys who've done the Triple Crown, judged the inform man, he's world number one. You were up for that.
Yeah, I was, but I was well prepared. But it takes me back to, I think, my first visit to the Masters when it was at the Wembley Conference Centre. I went there as maybe a 12-year-old or something, sat with my big bag of M&Ms and in the big luxury cinema-like seats and sat and watched the action and just thought, wow, will I ever get to play in somewhere like? Will I ever get to play in this event? Fast forward a few years, I won the Benson and Hedges Championship, got to play at the Masters there as a wild card, and took to it well. And sure, my wife says I'm the biggest show-off she knows, and snooker's just my outlet. She's probably right, and I'm never happier than when I'm out there in front of everybody.
Well, you mentioned tongue-in-cheek about a show-off. That swerved red in the eighth to get back in when you'd allowed him back into the frame initially. That was some pop.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, I wouldn't like to say I played it, but I did go and look at it. I knew the red was going somewhere near that. I knew if I got the glance and the swerve, I might get the cover behind the bolt colours. The red was shaping towards that pocket. So, I sort of half played it. But when it went in and I finished perfectly on the blue, I couldn't believe it. I tried to just steady myself. I knew what a big moment that was. I butchered the last red straight on the black, couldn't get to the yellow. And it was just, you just scramble for the line then.
We know you've won this title. It was how you completed the Crown in 15, but you've now got an opportunity for your first semi-final for 5 years since you went on to win the title. This is opening up massively at this year's Masters, isn't it, with so many big names going out? Absolutely,
but I think it's the sign of the times, Rob. I think when you see the distance between number 1 and 16 starting to narrow, and narrowing quite a lot. Just look at the performance from our debutant this year, Dave Gilbert.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable in his performance, how well he played. Looked like he'd been playing there for 20 years. But the distance between number 1 and 128 is shortening all the time. We're competing every week. We're getting sharper by the tournament. And you begin to see more upsets. It's more of the same is coming.
You'll be the favourite for the match against Joe Perry. Comfortable with that?
Listen, I suppose it's one of those things. It comes with the territory. But once you go out there and shake each other's hand, all of those things that are on paper, they all completely disappear. And we'll both scramble for the line and try to get to 6 first.